god tier.
I'm a huge Night Lords fan, and even I don't believe that. I don't see the Warhammer universe operating in a binary of good and bad like Star Wars. It just doesn't work. It is Iron Warriors. Cringe. Yeah.
I think they're on par with Imp Fist.
I was gonna put them.
Fuck.
Welcome back,
Also,
heretics. We
I was about to be
have.
interesting.
Oh, that's right. You can do it if you want.
That's okay. I got a good idea.
All right. You're gonna interrupt with something funny. Yeah. All right.
All right, we're back. Oh, fuck.
Go. I'm just fucking with you.
James, can you please do the chirping cricket, please?
Oh, hang on. Yes, I can. Hang on. I was ready for this.
The moment's passed. You've been. All right, we're back. You know what we're doing. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Wait. That has to be in there.
Oh, god damn it. All right, we're back. You know what we're doing. We're making a tier list. We're making a tier list about all the loyalist Marines, and now we're doing the heretics.
So things are about to get spicy.
Already spicy. All right, so let's start straight off the bat with the spiciest of them all. Let's start with number 3, Emperor's Children. Where do you think, Corbin?
Almost cringe.
I want to put them in mid, but I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that I actually really like. No, they go above Alpha Legion, definitely.
All right, above Alpha Legion and almost cringe. What do you reckon, James? Knowing nothing about them besides the Noise Marines.
Oh,
that changed things.
That did. I forgot they're the Noise Marines. Oh, that makes them like god tier.
No, that's the only thing that stopped them falling into cringe.
No, I like their aesthetic. I love their story. I love Fulgrim. I love their stories. Yeah. I love their Marines. I love that they they tried being perfect and then they ended up failing. And I think it's a very cool cautionary tale. And I like that the Fulgrim book was like a Greek tragedy, and the Exalted book is really good too.
Okay, I liked the Fulgrim book. I like Lucius the Eternal. He's a shitter, and I love him. I like the Noise Marines. That's where it ends for me for Emperor's Children.
Okay, but here's the thing. Do you think that Emperor's Children are lower than the Blood Angels or Dark Angels?
I think that Blood Angels and Dark Angels should be right down. So, but I let that go. I think they're definitely behind White Scars and Ultramarines.
I believe Emperor's Children should be in front of Dark Angels.
So you mean put Dark Angels down here?
No, in mid. Because I also don't think they belong with the Alpha Legion too.
No, they're based.
All right, I can put Emperor's Children in front of Dark Angels and Blood Angels.
Because they're my second favorite after Night Lords in terms of heretics. Because I don't know what it is. I just like them.
Demon Fulgrim is awesome looking.
Yeah.
No, you know what? The Loyalist Dreadnought is cooler. The one who blows Fulgrim up to pieces.
Oh, who the fuck is it? I can't remember his name.
Relderon?
No, that's the first captain of the Blood Angels.
Yeah, no. What is it? Does it? I'm pretty sure it starts with an R, doesn't it?
Hang on.
Comment down below.
Yeah.
Oh god, the community's gonna come after us.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember his name.
We're all very tired. Usually we remember more than this.
Anyway, I think that they're higher mid, but if you want to put them in the middle,
Rylanor, I knew it was an R.
Fucking hell, damn it.
Yeah.
And he's one of my favorite Emperor's Children. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Right, because of Rylanor, he gets to stay in mid.
Noise Marine.
All right, because of Rylanor, he gets to go in front of White Scars.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm surprised. Move White Scars. There you go. Yep, cool.
It wasn't doing it. It wasn't playing.
That's okay.
Playing ball. Yeah.
That's all good. I'm very happy with that.
I would be more happy if it went at the back of base, but
I personally believe that's where they belong. Bottom of base, top of mid.
I hope.
But I can't wait to see what they're going to get.
I hope they get something in like 10th. Like
they will at the end of the year. I think they're going to get their own codex and a new free refresh line like the other Traitor Legions.
Yeah, I want a Lucius the Eternal model.
There is one, but it's not as good.
It's not very good. It needs to be a good Lucius the Eternal model.
I want to see in the Exalted book they call the Noise Marines, like a group of them, a choir.
Yeah.
So I want to see a choir box. I want to see a couple of cool mods for the Marines.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what?
and
I wanted more Emperor's Children models instead of shitty Blood Angels models.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But I like Blood Angels, but I like Emperor's Children more.
And also, they dropped the ball with those models.
I would like a non-resin Fulgrim as well.
Yeah, one where it's not going to break it from a strong wind.
I actually think he's like the lamest of the Demon Primarch.
I think they could do a really good, like, I don't know if I like his resin model. Like, it's cool, but I feel like they could do like better with his model. Like, because I've seen.
Do you mean story wise, Corbin?
I mean story wise. Also just like less cool. Like even the way he's described in like the Dark Imperium books, even like how he's like explained in some of the other books too. Like it's just they're just like, oh, hey, he was corrupted by like snake demons. Now he's snake demon. 4 arms, couple of daggers, and he hisses everything he says. And it's like, all right, whatever.
I personally think that the Fulgrim book is like a perfect Greek tragedy. It just shows his descent into madness more and more. And when he's having a go at that stonemason about trying to achieve perfection, but then the stonemason's like, perfection is in the imperfections, in the artist's way of looking at things. And Fulgrim just can't wrap his head around that, despite the fact he's a Primarch. And I just think that's beautiful poetry, beautiful storytelling.
I liked the book, but my least favorite part of it is how they are always saying perfection. Oh my fucking god, I never wanted to hear that word again after listening to that book. It's like, oh, the perfection. We are perfect. How do we strive for more perfection? I'm going to give you these modifications to your body to help you achieve perfection. It's like, fuck off. I'm so done.
I get it. I get it. But at the same time, I also see it because of the expectations that the Emperor unwittingly put on them.
Yeah.
And then they put on themselves as well. So right, I'm happy with where they are. Yeah, we've got to move on. We're going to do the others. So 3, 4 is Iron Warriors. Cringe. Yeah.
Even below Iron Hands.
Do you reckon? Or do you reckon they go a little bit higher than cringe? Here's the thing. I think they operate both ends of the spectrum. They can be either based as shit or cringe as shit.
Nah. I could give a shit about the Iron Warriors.
Me too. I think they're just budget Imperial Fists, but yeah. But here's the thing. I'll say the same thing about the Imperial Fists.
I mean, they're not as cool as the Imperial Fists because they don't have Rogal Dawn. And they don't have sick-ass, like, successor chapters like the Imperial Fists do. The aesthetic for Imperial Fists is cooler.
Admittedly, the heretics have, like, splits of raiding parties.
Who's the Primarch?
Perturabo.
Oh, he's the guy with the metal in his head. The dreadlocks.
Yeah. Admittedly, Angron and him have dreadlocks, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but he's got the.
He's put those in his body, in his head, so that way he can control his suit better and strategize. It's the same thing with Perturabo. I think he operates in cringe and based at the same time, depending on.
I reckon he's out. I don't think he's cringe. I think he's almost cringe.
Yeah, let's put him in almost cringe.
If it was just the Primarch, I would agree with that. The rest
of the Legion does come into play.
The rest of the Legion, their whole thing is just big gun go boom. Bigger guns. Bigger missiles.
It's more like brutal industrialism is also their shtick as well.
Which is just kind of weak.
I know it is. I know. But
they also almost sound very orcish.
No, they're very methodical.
Don't do that to my orcs.
They're very methodical, very strategic, and they're very mathematical to a point. Like, they walk lockstep with each other, like robots.
But also, Blake, could you even name another named character of the Iron Warriors?
Dantiok.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But, like, Dantiok is whatever. He doesn't even fall in his...
I'm so upset that I knew Rylanor before... I didn't know Rylanor before I knew Dantiok.
I know. How could you?
How could you?
How could you? But, like, the Iron Warriors, besides Perturabo, they're cringe.
I'll put them in. I'd put them in almost cringe along with Alpha Legion, but I'll also accept them to stay in cringe.
All right, you're the tiebreaker then, James.
I would say they're almost cringe.
All right, they're going behind Alpha
Yeah.
Legion.
Behind Alpha
point,
Legion, but
just
almost.
as a point of pride.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. The next one is Night Lords, number 8.
Yes,
God.
it is.
God tier.
I'm a huge Night Lords fan, and even I don't believe that.
Ave Dominus Nox.
I know.
All right. I the
No, don't
between
move it.
Space Wolves and Salamanders then.
No.
Okay, I would like to know your reasoning first.
Okay. Number 1, Telos. Number 2,
Obviously.
Civitar.
Mhm.
Number 3, every other character in the Night Lords trilogy. They have a really cool aesthetic.
Mhm.
Their Legion is a piece of shit. Like they're just pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Like they're awful human beings. But they have arguably the best storytelling and character development in any Space Marine like stories.
Mhm.
Because I'm not a huge fan of, but he has a really interesting story arc. Like
Mm.
I can't get behind him personally, but
I can't get behind personally most of these characters and most of the Primarchs. It's not about that though. It's because like these
I
characters
can with
don't.
Vulcan.
But these characters, I don't see the Warhammer universe operating in a binary of good and bad like Star Wars. It just doesn't work.
No,
Like everybody's a shade of green, and everyone's a shade of green and good, and
No,
everyone's a shade of shit.
I didn't mean that. I mean about like having like relating to their struggles.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah. You know, that kind of thing, and the things that they have to overcome.
I personally think that everything about the Night Lords is super interesting, but then I also see the rest of the community just call them the My Chemical Romance Edge Lords. But
that was also me as a teenager, so it fits.
yeah.
Weren't all three of us like emo teens? Like
I was also sitting there listening to you. I was also sitting there listening to you say all those awesome things about the Night Lords, and I'm just like, vindication.
Yeah.
Because you read the Pharos book and you didn't like them.
Well, yeah, that's because the characters in the Pharos book were kind of like, Pharos. I just didn't think that was a very well written book. To be fair, I think that was actually like just kind of a weak writing and too many Imp-Fists.
Too many, too many Ultramarines. You mean there was only one Imp-Fist?
Yeah, that's too many. No, I'm kidding.
I think it's a good written book, but I just think that they made the Night Lords a bit too weak.
Yeah, I like Night Lords a lot, obviously.
Even Scrivok, I fucking hate Scrivok, but at the same time, I love to hate him.
Yeah, he makes a good villain.
I think based, in my opinion.
No, God tier.
I love it how I'm the biggest Night Lords fan out of all three of us, and I'm the one saying based.
They're sick. I have their kill team.
I think just for their story writing and their character development, they deserve to be god tier. And their aesthetic. They have a very individual way of of their warfare as well, which is something we've talked about with the other ones.
They're the opposite of Imperial Fist because they have a lot of individualism.
Super individual. I don't know. I think they should be god tier.
Okay, I'll leave it at that then. I'm happy where they are, but I'm also I think they're more based than anything else. But I completely see where you're coming from.
We can put them behind the Salamanders, but that doesn't feel right to me.
No.
And merely Salamanders being in god tier doesn't feel right to me either. But that's just a me thing.
All right. Well, do we move the Salamanders down to high based? Because before or after the Raven Guard, I would be okay with as well.
I think Raven Guard are better than Salamanders, to be honest.
I mean, I like the Raven Guard, but I disagree.
Yeah. I know, and that's also our personal biases because they're our second favorite loyalists.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just leave it where it is and keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8. World Eaters, number 12.
World Eaters.
Cringe.
I'd say almost cringe or mid.
I was gonna say high mid.
I was gonna say bottom mid or high almost cringe.
What about
we're gonna
Khan
piss
the
off a couple of
Betrayer?
fans that we know of.
What about Khan the Betrayer?
Huh?
What about
Khan the Betrayer is the reason why they're not in cringe.
Okay, I
Fine. Okay. I have a story to tell. This is the reason why I think they belong below tier. Is because when I chose my favorite loyalist chapter, it was just instinctual and it was straight away to Imperial Fists. Now, when it came to my favorite heretics, I didn't gravitate to one immediately. So I actually analyzed all of them and went through all of them as to which one I thought was the coolest and which one was the best. When I got to Angron, I just didn't like how much he lost. I didn't like the fact that he's like obviously him starting off as a slave is a great story, but the problem is that he stayed a slave and he didn't want to change that because he was
I
happy
think
living in ignorance.
No, I think he couldn't change it.
I think
I
he.
think his story is actually really sad.
Oh no,
And
no, I think. Oh no, no, don't get me wrong. I think
Yeah.
it too, but I think it's like misery loves company. He just wanted to. I think if he had the option of leaving, he would.
I think Kurz is more misery loves company.
No, I know that. No, definitely, definitely. But I think that it's a different type of misery. I think.
Angron is Kyle punching a hole in the drywall.
Yeah, but like, how do I phrase this? I think if he was given an out and he could get the butcher's nails out of his head, he wouldn't have taken it. That's basically what I was saying. And I don't like how they've all just become mindless slaves, essentially.
Maybe he likes the nails.
Well, they cause him a lot of pain, but like that's just my personal opinion. I
Okay,
think
so
either.
I'm trying to leave Angron out of it though.
But the problem is that the Primarchs also influence our decisions on these as well.
yeah, okay, but it's not my main driving point. My point for making them mid is Latara Sarin.
Obviously, yeah. That's the biggest thing they have
release the Ursa clause. And also Khan is a fucking badass.
He absolutely
is so cool. But
here's the other thing. Here's the other problem with that. Name one more World Eater character.
I don't remember his name, but the World Eater that is in the Battle for the Abyss book is really cool as well. He was the loyalist, yes, but he was still a World Eater.
True.
But also chain axes.
True. No, here's the thing. I love their aesthetic. I love that they're big, rad, angry boys. But at the same time, I'm just like, I also feel like they have too much cons as opposed to pros in terms of like storytelling, not just like aesthetics and gameplay.
Which is fair.
Yeah. So I think they're perfect mid, in my opinion. But
yeah, middle of the mid.
Yeah, because I was really considering liking World Eaters as my favorite chaos, but it was just like, how many times can you lose Angron?
I mean, he was used as a punching bag in the storytelling for a while, which is a bit of a
detriment. Because he was the biggest of them. Yeah,
it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't mean that I don't like him. Or that I don't like the World Eaters. I really do like them, and I like his character development as you can see him degrade. But it's just also very, very tragic.
It is. All right, so we happy with World Eaters there then?
I'm okay with where they are. I personally think that World Eaters deserve to be below Blood Angels, but I'm happy with where they are.
Okay. Yeah. We happy?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So 13 was Gilliman. 14 is Death Guard, Mortarion. Keep him away from God tier.
No. All right. You want
Okay. Oh, no. First things first. James, where do you think?
God tier.
God tier? Okay, what do you think, James? Corbin?
All right. I like them more than any other Legion. They are my favorite Legion. But if we're taking everything into an account, including story writing...
Papa Nurgle, remember, Papa Nurgle.
I know, and I want to put him at the top of God tier, but if I'm being completely fair...
Top based.
I was going to say bottom based. I don't think they're better than Raven Guard.
I think they absolutely kick the shit out of Raven Guard.
Same.
As if. I think bottom based or high mid, in my opinion. That's my personal opinion.
Alright. I wanted to put them God tier. James said God tier. I said high based. You said low based. High based is the middle.
I reckon, yeah, there. Yep.
Alright, fine. I don't think they're better than Imperial Fist, but sure. I think their aesthetic is what is the biggest part of them that keeps them going, but that's about it.
Okay, I love the story. I love the whole indomitable spirit, like trudging through, maintaining the Dusk Raiders before they became heretics were fucking badass. Plus, they've got scythes and they've got armies of flies, and they're just really cool guys.
Same thing as Angron. It's not that I don't like him. It's just that more cons than pros. And I think Mortarion was willfully ignorant and dumb on a lot of decisions, especially when it came to Typhus. And I think the only redeeming thing about Death Guard is their aesthetic and Nathaniel Garrow.
I find the story with Typhus to be super relatable. He's blindsided by a brother that he loves.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I totally see it, and I understand your reasoning. I don't think they deserve to be that high. That's my opinion, though.
I think they deserve to be higher.
I know you do.
I would put them higher, but I will like put them in base. I will accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is 15, which is Magnus and the Thousand Suns. The one on the left.
Yep.
Yep. There we go.
Wait, who is it? Who's this?
Magnus and the Thousand Suns.
Oh.
First things first, James. Where do you think?
I don't mind them. I would say middle of mid.
Where would you say? Where would you say?
Higher than World Eaters.
I think they're cooler than Emperor's Children, but I don't think they're quite in base.
I don't think they're based. Definitely not. I think they're cooler than World Eaters, and I think they're cooler than Ultramarines. I don't think they're cooler than White Scars, though, and I don't think they're cooler than Emperor's Children.
See, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think they're cooler than White Scars either, but I thought White Scars should have been higher.
I think Emperor's Children are just inherently more interesting than Thousand Suns.
I mean, I do love a space sorcerer.
I love Kaon, don't get me wrong. Love Kaon. I love the whole tragedy of them being dust in the suits, but at the same time, I don't think they're cooler than Emperor's Children or White Scars for that matter.
I love Kaon. I love Araman.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of like Magnus. I think the whole space sorcerer.
I like Magnus as well, yeah.
I think the whole space sorcerer thing is really cool. It's very individual compared to like a lot of the others.
I love the Egyptian theme too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love the Egyptian themes. Really cool. They have a really cool like color scheme and aesthetic.
I think they do blue and gold better than Ultramarines, so I'm preferring them to be between White Scars and Ultramarines, but it's also up to you.
I could go that. I could go behind White Scars ahead of Ultramarines.
Because I'd rather play 1,000 Suns than Ultramarines, but that's also just me.
But I also think that then Emperor's Children should be lower on this list.
Where would you prefer them to be? Because I think they're cooler than White Scars and 1,000 Suns, but I don't think they're cooler than Imperial Fists.
See, I was going to say, I think simply because they're heretics, they're a little bit cooler than the Ultramarines. They're definitely cooler than the World Eaters. And I think they're cooler than the Dark Angels and Blood Angels. So I was thinking putting right behind the 1,000 Suns.
Why don't we switch them and the White Scars?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because I'm okay with that.
All right, cool. All right, no, I can live with that.
I think they're better than 1,000 Suns.
Now, here's the next one: 16 Horus and Sons of Horus and Black Legion and
top of God.
I personally think between 1,000 Suns and Ultramarines, they're Ultramarines, but just slightly cooler.
I just can't stop laughing at James being like, God tier, God tier, God tier, God tier.
I think
base
Ultramarines, but slightly better aesthetic. That's it.
I think they're on par with Imfist.
I was gonna put them Abaddon.
Abaddon.
Not so much Horus. Definitely Abaddon.
Horus is a cool.
Also, they bring in some of the coolest characters from other things. What about Harold Worldclaimer?
He's a Night Lord.
Not anymore, he's not. Kaon, that we already mentioned. He's no longer 1,000
Hang on, wait. This is the whole Iron Man, Spider-Man suit debate. If you're nothing without the suit, then you don't deserve it. So if they are nothing without... No. If they are nothing without the other legions, then they don't deserve it.
They gave up their other suits because they joined the superior force.
Yeah, but the thing is that if they are better because they are made up by all the others, then that means that they are also hollow because they don't have an identity, which means they are lower than Ultramarines.
No, because Abaddon is the only one who could make these legions, as dysfunctional as they are, work together Abaddon also made the 4 demon Primarchs kneel before him.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
reckon.
Only because of they needed a bigger enemy than all of them combined.
But he
That's
was the
GW
only
writing.
one who could do it.
behind the salamanders.
No, I think it's either there where they are now, or behind, or above Ultramarines. That's it. I can't see them getting any higher than that.
I can't put Sons of Horus in front of the Death Guard. I can't put them in front of Raven
No,
Guard.
yeah.
Like
They don't deserve it.
I love my Black Legion, but I can't put them in front of that. I can't even, in good conscience, put
But
them
Horus
above.
killed the old man in the chair.
He didn't do a
He,
good
he,
enough
he
job.
didn't. Yeah,
He
exactly.
did better job than any of the other um
Primarchs.
traitorous legions. Like
So
he
far.
actually
They don't deserve to be higher than Imperial Fists. They suck, in my
what
opinion.
did
And
Imperial Fist do?
they're definitely not above Death
Beat
Guard.
the Black Legion back multiple times.
They couldn't have done a good enough job because he got past them and killed
No,
killed the
That,
Emperor.
that's bullshit.
No.
Also, Imphis, and because of that, Black Templars. But also, I couldn't sleep tonight if we put Sons of Horus in front of Death Guard.
They don't deserve to be higher than that, to be honest.
No.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
I'll sleep fine. Okay, now the final one, number 17, I think it is.
Yep.
Word bearers and Lorgar. Almost cringe.
No.
Here's the thing, I like the word bearers, and I actually really like I like Lorgar and I like the story. I love the first Heretic book, but I don't see them being higher than Blood Angels and Dark Angels. What, in cringe?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're lower than almost cringe?
I think they're lower than almost cringe. No, actually, that's not fair to them. They have to be above the Iron Warriors at least.
They have to be above Alpha Legion because they have more personality at the very least.
Nah, Alpha Legion's cooler than the Word Bearers.
You reckon?
Should we just
Yeah.
I don't think that.
should we just put the 2 iron ones in cringe?
Yeah. Just to piss off all the Iron fans.
No,
Okay,
I switch them around.
I could maybe accept above Alpha Legion.
Yeah, I personally think that's where they belong, just because of the fact that they have at least a shtick that works more than better than Alpha Legion being secret agents.
No,
because
I disagree. I think their churchy faith and devotion stick is weaker and less interesting than the stealth infiltration and absolute confusion and disarray caused by the Alpha Legion.
I think being the zealotry being their biggest motif, and then on top of that, being the ones that are making deals with demons, I think that's awesome. And also the Anchorite, which is the that dreadnought that was Stay Loyal, he also adds up. But I think they get so low because of Erebus.
Not just Erebus though, Core Farron.
Yeah, Cor Farron as well on top of that.
Yeah, because he's a
what's,
piece of shit.
What was Khan's mate in First Heretic?
Oh,
Argel
Argel
Tal. Favorite word bearer.
Oh, actually, Argel really makes me want to. No, because one guy can't redeem the entire shit Legion. I mean, I love Argel, but yeah, the rest awful, cringy.
There are some
the
good
worst
characters.
Primarch, the weakest, fucking whingiest Primarch. Also, their aesthetic boring.
I don't mind the aesthetic. I actually kind of dig it.
They're sorcerers, but they're sorcerers because they're packed with the demons, and
No,
they don't
I put
do
them
it as
on,
cool as the Thousand Suns.
I put them more on warlock status and priest status than actual spellcasters status.
Yeah, but they don't do it as cool as the Thousand Suns. They don't even have individually cool spells like the Death Guard.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's more like they invocate all 4 of them, and because of that, they have to straddle that line. I personally think word bearers are one of the more cooler traitor marines, but I see where you're coming from too.
Yeah.
So in saying that one character cannot put a whole legion, I have a feeling that maybe the Dark Angels and possibly Blood Angels should maybe go down.
I mean, the Blood Angels have a few. I like to
got a
hate
few.
on the I like to hate on the Blood Angels because I don't like Sanguinius, but he's long dead, and they do have some cool. They have some cool characters for sure. The Blood Angels have some cool characters. I think their aesthetic is mid, absolutely. I think their way of fighting is just like bland, watered down Ultramarines. The Black Rage brings them back up a little bit. That's cool. I like it. The vampire thing kind of weak.
That's what makes it mid, like high as it is for me.
I was about to say that brings it up for me. I like the whole Catholic Jesus kind of like our dad died for our sins kind of vibe. I just think it work. The whole tragedy of them works well. In the same way that like not the Night Lord's tragedy works for them, but at least the Night Lords own it. I just think that they've got a lot more going for them than the World Eaters, and same thing with Dark Angels.
So you still think Dark Angels should be in mid and not cringe, almost cringe?
I think Dark Angels and Blood Angels should be higher than Ultramarines, but that's just my personal opinion.
I could
nah.
accept putting Blood Angels in front of World Eaters.
Yeah. All right. I'll take that. Just because I think Blood Angels are slightly cooler than World Eaters.
But I also think we should drop Dark Angels down just in front
Yeah.
of Word Bearers.
Because I was the one that was advocating for them to be as high as they are. Because but if we're going off like we can't just have one mini be the only thing. Like in Lionel Elgin.
I think no. I think Dark Angels have great minis. Have you seen the Inner Circles? Have you seen their Deathwing Knights? I think they're awesome. I think those redeem them more.
They're the only ones that I don't like. Like I don't like their color scheme. Like I don't like the cream.
No, that's true. I don't like the Terminator. I like the story as to why they have that Terminator white skin, but like it just doesn't work in my opinion. I think they should have stuck with the green and purple.
I don't like their whole shtick.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Okay. Something that we can all agree on, I think. I think the Templars do it better.
Yeah, the Templars are like really cool.
Yeah.
I think they do the same aesthetic, but they do it better.
Yeah.
I know that, and I know that Dark Angels are knights, and the Templars are crusaders, and it's a whole different thing. But like, yeah,
but
there's
also like it's they do it like I know they've got like that as their style. I just don't think they do it very well. And I think the whole like we have to keep everything secret and hush, like they're trying to play two different themes together, like the night theme and like the secret inquisition kind of theme together. And it just
I think when you
work.
combine, I think when you combine things like that, it can work.
I just don't think it does for Dark Angel.
Fair enough, and I'll listen to you on that. But I think being at the bottom of mid or top of almost cringe is where they belong.
Yeah, I was gonna say top of cringe, almost cringe.
Personally, I think that they're above World Eaters, just because I think World Eaters are a bit too bland for my liking. But then again, this is also my personal opinion, and if I'm outvoted, then I'm outvoted.
No, I think World Eaters stay in mid.
I'm happy to leave Dark Angels at the back end of mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're close. I do like the World Eaters more than the Dark Angels. Only because like not only do I like the aesthetic of the World Eaters more, but I like their story and like their whole shtick more than the Dark Angels personally.
I also think if you drop them out of mid, then someone's gonna really be angry with you, Blake.
We've had we've had multiple people being going to be angry at us over this. So oh well, this is also what we personally believe. And here's the thing: this could change next month. My opinion. I could read a book about the Iron Warriors. I want to read Hammer of Olympia, and my opinion of them can totally change, or it could stay the same, most likely.
I mean, just wait until we do the Xenos one, because I'm almost finished the Twice Dead King books, and holy fuck, I'm trying so hard not to start a Necron army.
Nice. I'll trade my Necrons for any of your.
Yeah, what, for my Iron Hands?
Nah, I'm good, thanks. I'd rather you give me dirt.
I wouldn't trade my Iron Hand.
You wouldn't trade you dirt.
Oh, no, okay. It's not because they're Iron Hands. It's just
I know.
They were printed for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we at least somewhat 70% reasonable with this list?
I think that's a good where they are now.
Yeah.
Like I think.
All right.
I think we've achieved an amicable list.
Yeah.
I think we have two. There's a few things that I disagree with, but I can relent on some of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a lot of things
Forest
I
Puppy.
disagree with, but I could also part with it as well. I would like to do a video later where we all do our own favorite tier list and then we compare and then like subject to our reasoning.
Yeah,
And we're obviously going to do successor chapters and and then the Primarchs and all that kind of stuff,
and the Xenos
and or just factions in general as well.
factions in general. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
One final possible change.
Sons of Horus going into God tier, yes.
Oh, you're gonna hate me for this, James. I was thinking White Scars and Emperor's
No.
Children in front of Black Legion or Sons of
Yes,
Horus.
totally,
No.
absolutely.
I,
Bring Sons of Horus back down to mid.
No.
I was thinking that.
Fine. I'll accept that. That actually does balance out kind of well, actually. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
No.
I'm happier with that now.
Yeah. I
you
know
put-
James,
okay.
James isn't, but
Can you put Black Legion in front of the not behind the White Scars?
in
No.
front of Emperor's Children?
No, as
Yeah.
if they do not deserve to be in front of Emperor's Children. Thank you very much.
Abaddon by himself deserves to be in front of Emperor's Children.
I kind of agree.
I
Yeah.
don't. Failure
Yeah.
MC in front of Emperor's Children? No, thank you.
And Horus killing the Emperor. You're just angry because Horus.
No, because
your
that's no, that's not it. I think Black Legion are bland as shit, and they shouldn't be as high as they are.
Do it, Colvin. Do it.
What has
Yeah.
Fulgrim done for us lately?
Yeah.
What's Abaddon done for us lately? Nothing.
Adia,
Everything.
the Cicatrix Maledictum.
Took him a couple of thousand years.
No, it took
Still
him.
did something.
How many years? A couple of hundred, maybe.
I don't know.
What?
Time
I
shenanigans.
don't know. Whatever.
I'm now less happy.
What has the Imp Fist done lately?
Oh,
things,
actually,
actually.
no. The Impists are cool. I
the
can't
Impists,
hate on the
you know,
Impists.
you want to know how cool the Impists are? When Abaddon was trying to destroy Cadia and got the Blackstone Fortress, they put the fucking Phalanx ship about the same size as the Blackstone Fortress in front of them to stop them. That's how fucking cool they are.
Impists are pretty cool.
Hmm.
I can't hate on them.
Thank you.
Even when Dawn is written badly, he still comes out cool.
I'm not happy about where Black Legion are, but it's fine. That's
They're in based. What'd you expect?
God tier.
No, I would say most people would probably put them in mid. To be honest.
No.
I think Blake's right. Most people would put them in mid. I disagree with that. I think they're based.
Most people are wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of liars these days.
A lot of liars nowadays.
But I'm pretty happy with that now.
Yeah. Let us know down in the comments if you want us to do another list about Primarchs and hear us talking more bullshit.
I think we should do a tier list just on the Primarchs on their own. Like,
we will. Primarchs, successor chapters, factions in general.
I think
And
the
then
Primarch one will be easier because like there's less to take into consideration.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, because we're talking about characters as opposed to a whole mob of characters.
Yeah.
But you guys can definitely expect Mortarion to be in God tier if it's just talking Primarchs.
Almost cringe, in my opinion.
I
Go
also
eat
think
dirt.
I also think that we should do a tier list on things that are outside of the Imperium. So like orcs and Tyranids and all that
Totally agree.
stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Orcs will be
Coolest
God tier.
models.
I want to do these two. I want to do this particular list again, but like each of us individually, and then we compare.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be fun. All right. Thank you very much for joining us on this funny journey. Please like and subscribe. Give us a comment and a share, please. We really appreciate it.
Maybe some people can tell us what they would change or where they would put things. Like,
yeah, if we pissed off your favorite legion, good. It sustains me.
I don't even care what Blake and James think about their opinions of these things. Why would I care about our listeners? No.
I reckon if people want to comment on our Instagram, like with their tier list and what they think, the same thing, that would be.
I'm kidding, of course. Everyone's opinion is valid. We are all in this because we love different things and relate to different things. That's the fun of Warhammer. That's why there's so many different factions that different people love so dearly.
It's always fun meeting people that like, and they say their favorite is something that you would never have thought of. It's like when you come across somebody and someone says their favorite Pokemon is Doduo, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, my favorite faction is the Iron Hands. Why?
Yeah, but then they give you like a cool reason. You're like, actually, you know what? That's cool. You know, because
And then they're like, oh yeah, I've named all my Iron Hands, and I'm like, all right, I'm feeding off your passion. I like that.
because as much as I love to shit on like particularly the Blood Angels and the Dark Angels, the Blangles and the Dangles, there are really cool aspects of every single Space Marine Legion, in my opinion. And I can think of somebody that I like in almost all of them.
Or a redeeming thing at the very least.
Or a redeeming thing, absolutely. Spit the hate because it's funny, not because I actually feel that way.
And that's the thing. There's not a single one of these legions that I hate, and and hate's also a strong word. I don't hate anything in Warhammer. There's a lot of things I dislike, and there's a lot of things I would personally do differently. But I don't hate anything,
except for the Iron Hands.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
Well, Ferris Menace, whose name means Iron Hands, and his ship, the Fist of Iron. Really well written, GW. Thank you so much for that.
I forgot that was the name of his ship.
Yeah, it's like fucking...
a bit too on the nose. Well, you know, the nose is over there because
Hang
that's
on.
one off.
No.
But anyways.
Blake. It's a bit heavy-handed.
Don't lose your head.
I'm gonna leave you on that. I'm gonna leave you on that.
Like I said before, like and subscribe. Thanks for the comment. See you around next time.
Just from what you said,
I want to go.
Switch to Iron Hands. Bottom of cringe.
Because of the name of their ship.
Yep. I'm happy now. We can go now.
Like, subscribe, comment. See you later. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Love you guys.
For the glory of chaos!